Welcome back to my new video, guys. So in today's video I'm gonna show you how to create an ambient guitar tone, everything in Logic Pro X, no outboard gear, all from the stock plugins of Logic Pro. So let's get started. So the first thing which we are going to do is create a new audio track. So right over here you can click on the plus icon and then create a new track. After you have created a new audio track, you have to select your input. In my case, my guitar is plugged into the input 1 of my interface, and you need to click on the input monitoring option right over here so that you can hear what you play. Once you have selected everything, and when you play your guitar, you'll hear a clean DI signal, just like this. You can hear that it's a plain dry DI signal. Now we are going to add an amplifier plugin, which is mostly called an amp simulator plugin because it's a simulation of real amplifiers. So we are using everything from Logic Pro X. We are not using any outboard gear. For your information, I'm just telling you that my guitar is going into my volume pedal, and from the volume pedal the output is going straight away into my Focusrite 2i2. So everything is inside the box. So we are going to choose the Logic Pro's stock amplifier simulation plugin, which is the amp designer. So I'm gonna select this. Right after selecting this, you can see that a window appears like this, and you can see an amplifier, you can see a cabinet, and you can see a microphone right over here. So everything inside this plugin is all modeled after real legendary amplifiers, microphones and cabinets. So you can find different kinds of amplifiers right here. You can get all sorts of famous amplifiers right over here in the list you can see. So you can choose according to your preference. And over here you can see the cabinet. Even the cabinets, you can select a lot of different kinds of cabinets. And here you can see that you can select different kinds of microphones, from Royer Ribbon 121 to C414 microphone from AKG. All kinds of simulation are available over here. But in my case, I'm going to use a stock preset over here, which is in Clean and which is called Big Cab Clean. I'm choosing this preset because it sounds good for my guitar, and even you can select few presets from here and you can tweak according to your preferences. So I'm going to tweak a little bit on this amplifier as per my guitar requirements. I'm gonna pull the bass down. I'm gonna keep the mids and treble right over there. I'm gonna turn off the reverb because I'm going to add an external reverb through send on my Logic track. So I'm going to show you that later. And the presence I'm going to boost up a little bit and turn down the master a little bit. I see here it's clipping, so, and I'm going to choose a microphone which is Shure SM57. I really like the high presence of this microphone, that's why I'm using it. So that's it for the amp and the cabinet. Let's see how it sounds. So it sounds pretty much good to me. So let's move ahead now. So once all of the amp settings are done, we'll move on to the effects. So the main effects when creating an ambient guitar tone are reverb and delay. And reverb is the core effect of an ambient guitar tone, especially for my tone. So let's get into the reverb first. So I usually send my guitar amp track to two separate buses. One bus for reverb and one bus for a delay. So let's create a reverb bus first. I'll go here to send bus, and I'm going to select an unused bus, which is bus 8, and in bus 8 I'm going to add a stock reverb of Logic Pro X, and the reverb which I'm going to use is called Chroma Verb. I'm going to select the stereo version, and once the reverb is loaded, it will look something like this. You might have seen it before. So this is how I'm going to use the reverb to dial in my ambient guitar tone. So before tweaking it, I'm going to send this guitar signal to this reverb bus. So now I've sent the guitar signal to the reverb aux channel, and now when I play you can hear it. So let's hear it, how it sounds. So what you're hearing is the default sound of this reverb, and I'm going to tweak it according to my preferences. You can also tweak it according to your preferences, but just for the sake of this tutorial, I'm going to show how I do it. Now I'm not going to get in depth into what each knob does in the reverb. I'm going to make a future video about it. What does attack mean? What does pre-delay means? But I'm going to show you basic stuff of what all these knobs basically do, and you can understand what I'm going to say. So the first thing which we have over here is pre-delay. Pre-delay means once you hit your guitar strings, how much time does it take to create the first reverberation sound? That's what pre-delay does. So for now we are going to keep the pre-delay into the default position itself. Moving on, we have size, which is size of the room. The size of the room matters because the bigger the size of the room, the more reverb you get. So especially with ambient guitar tones, I tend to use larger size rooms. So I'm going to keep it around 80%, and same with the density. Now coming on to the decay. Decay is the very important ingredient in an ambient guitar tone. So for now, when I play, you can hear it's a moderate kind of reverb. But when I increase the decay, you can hear long tails, which is very useful for swells, which I'll show you in a moment. Let's try out some swells with long decay. So you can see how decay works. It's a really crucial element of my ambient guitar tone. I usually keep the decay very long to get that tail, that magical sound in the guitar, and decay plays a really important role. So we are done with the reverb for now. Let's get into the delay. So when it comes to delay, I'm pretty much straightforward with the delay. So let's create a new bus for delay, bus 10. Then add a delay plugin. Again, this is a Logic's stock delay plugin. Stereo delay. I'll load a stereo channel. Once it's loaded, I'll send the signal to it. Now I really love dotted 8 notes delay. So that's why I'm choosing dotted 8s. You can choose according to your preferences, whatever you like. I'm using dotted 8 notes. And again, I'm not going that deep into delay. For that, I'm going to create another video for in-depth knowledge of a delay and reverb. For this video, I'm going to stick with just the default presets, and I'm using my preference of dotted 8 note delays. You can try out different things according to your preference. So let's see what we have got with the delay so far. So I hope you guys really enjoyed watching this video. I hope it was informative for you. I'm trying my best to share all the knowledge which I can with you guys, and this video thing is really new for me, so I'm trying my best to upgrade as much as I can. And if you really like the video, you can share it with your guitarist friends, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.